In this video, we will talk about the Community Shader, which has recently made significant progress in development. I will guide you through how to install and use it, as well as how to combine it with other mods to achieve higher performance and a more stable environment. While this video primarily focuses on a guide to using the Community Shader, it also covers methods to maximize its effects, making it a valuable resource for those looking to boost their frame rates. I would appreciate it if you could watch the video until the end, and I would be very grateful if you could subscribe, set the alarm, and click the like button before watching. First, let's talk about community shaders. This open-source SKSE plugin significantly enhances Skyrim's graphics by improving lighting, reflections, and shaders without any performance loss. Many players have considered community shaders as a potential alternative to ENB. And now, with its increasing polish and completeness, it is more than capable of replacing ENB. Not only does it provide a substantial visual upgrade, but it also offers higher FPS compared to ENB, making it highly relevant to this video's theme. While it currently lacks certain effects like bloom or depth of field, the overall visual quality is now comparable to ENB. Additionally, community shaders deliver a more stable gaming experience with better performance, which is an undeniable advantage. After switching from ENB to community shaders, I was able to gain around 20 additional FPS. The overall frame rate increased significantly, GPU temperatures dropped noticeably, and memory usage was also reduced. As a result, Skyrim now runs much smoother, making for a much more enjoyable experience, and I'm quite satisfied with the improvement. And the recently updated deep learning super sampling frame generation feature has become a decisive factor for many Skyrim players choosing community shaders. While community shaders already provide significantly higher FPS compared to ENB, the addition of an upscaler further enhances performance dramatically. This massive performance boost makes community shaders an incredibly appealing option. ENB has remained stagnant for quite some time without major updates, whereas community shaders continue to receive active development. This ongoing progress suggests that it could eventually surpass ENB in terms of shader quality. For that reason, this is definitely something worth keeping an eye on. However, there is one major downside. You need to manually download each shader that Community Shader supports, and the first-time setup comes with a relatively long loading time. As of this video's recording, the mod includes 3 core features and supports 11 additional features, all of which must be downloaded separately. Now, I will explain the installation process, using Mod Organizer 2 as the reference. If you have downloaded community shaders and various shader modules, install them through Mod Organizer 2. Next, go to your Skyrim installation folder, create a backup folder, and move the d3d11.dll file into that folder. After that, launch Skyrim, and community shaders will begin the compilation process. This process takes some time, and it will repeat every time you install a new shader. Therefore, it is most efficient to install all shaders at once, so that the compilation process runs only once. Once the process is complete, exit Skyrim and go to Mod Organizer 2's Overwrite folder. You will find a shader cache folder there. Move this folder into the Community Shaders installation folder. Now, when you restart Skyrim, community shaders should work properly. Additionally, if you want to switch back to ENB, simply move the d3d11.dll file from your backup folder back into the Skyrim directory. With this method, you can freely switch between ENB and community shaders based on your preference. This way, you can use both selectively depending on the situation. For example, if you are mainly playing games, you can use community shaders for better performance. And when taking screenshots, you can use ENB with many shaders to improve the quality of the image. After installing community shaders and all required shader modules, launch the game and press the End key to open the Community Shader Settings menu. In the General category, you can enable or disable core shaders, disk cache, and async options. Additionally, you can configure the Settings menu key and the Effect toggle key. If the End key conflicts with another key binding, you can reassign it to a different key of your choice. Pressing the Effect toggle key once disables all shaders, and pressing it again re-enables all shaders in community shaders. In the Advanced category, you can choose whether to use the original shaders or the community shaders version. Similar to ENB, disabling the checkbox will make the game use the original shaders for that category. Personally, I find the display category to be the most important. Here, you can choose whether to use DLAA, FSR, or TAA. If you opt for DLAA, you can adjust the sharpness level and select a preset that suits your preference. However, a downside is that DLAA is only supported on RTX 4000 series GPUs, meaning older GPUs cannot use this setting. Alternatively, you can choose FSR or TAA, and if you don't select any option, anti-aliasing will be disabled, causing noticeable jagged edges on objects, which can break immersion. Therefore, it's best to enable at least TAA, but make sure to disable Skyrim's built-in TAA in the launcher. This way, the game will use Community Shader's TAA instead, leading to better performance. If you're open to using paid mods, installing Skyrim Upscaler ENB Test Build 11 allows RTX 3000 series GPU users to utilize the Upscaler as well. While using Skyrim Upscaler Test Build 11 with ENB, I noticed that textures appeared downgraded, and the sharpen effect was too intense, making it less appealing. However, when used with Community Shader and Upscaler 11, the texture downgrade was significantly less noticeable. While it's not completely free from texture degradation, the performance boost far outweighs the minor quality loss. For players without RTX 4000 series GPUs, instead of spending a lot on an RTX 5000 series card, using this method could be a much more cost-effective alternative. However, when using this build, the display category in the Community Shader settings will be locked, meaning you won't be able to access it. Instead, you'll need to open the separate Upscaler settings menu and configure it from there. The hotkey for the Upscaler menu is End. Pressing this key will bring up the settings menu, where you should disable the sharpen effect, enable DLSS, and set the preset to F for optimal results. For those of you who are still frustrated with low frames despite using Community Shaders and Upscalers, there is one more method. It is Lossless Scaling. Lossless scaling is a technology that maintains image or video quality while resizing or converting, allowing the original resolution to be preserved without loss. This enables smoother gameplay visuals by adapting the game image to different display sizes and resolutions. While lossless scaling is not strictly necessary, if your frame rates are still too low, you may need to use it. However, it must be purchased on Steam to be used. Since it has a sharpness setting, you can apply lossless scaling sharpness instead of the Upscaler sharpness that was disabled earlier. Personally, I find that lossless scaling sharpness produces better results. Additionally, make sure to set sync mode to V-Sync, as choosing other options may actually slow down your game. As for scaling type, most options offer similar performance, but you can experiment to find the best setting for your system. I hope you can enjoy Skyrim with great performance. So far, we have explored community shaders and how to utilize them to achieve higher performance and a more stable environment in Skyrim. While I've discussed the features and advantages of community shaders in this video, that doesn't mean using ENB is wrong in any way. Like many of you, I am simply a player striving to optimize Skyrim for higher frame rates. And through that pursuit, I discovered this method. My goal with this video is to share this information and hopefully help you improve your experience as well. Although community shaders can significantly boost FPS, that is not its only purpose. The true intention behind this mod is to enhance Skyrim's visuals by applying various shaders, and I hope you now have a better understanding of its original purpose. And if you want a more pleasant and high-quality Skyrim experience by using programs like Dindalod or VRAM-R, in addition to using community shaders, I also recommend the video on the top right. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.